Ton of shot making going on, and then us turning it over was a part of that big cause.
Desmond played the first 6 minutes and returned to the minute mark in the fourth quarter. What was the plan there, and why did he have to return?
Yeah, Desmond, we did that in a little bit in Chicago when we had the lead. I think we were up 9 at halftime, and so our ability to, because he's played all 82, and that's a big portion of us being able to be on the back end and make sure we take care of bodies. We talk about the minutes with Anthony Black. We talk about the minutes with Franz Wagner. That's a big part of it with Dez. Now him playing all 82 games, being able to have his body right for the down the last stretch as well.
But should that have been handled differently? Meaning so much for your team, or regretting any of the way you handled that?
Well, I would have liked to get the win. That's what I do regret. But at the end of the day, we always talk about the long and the big picture of being able to keep guys healthy. And this guy's played 82 games, and his body has taken a toll. It's taken a toll, and us being able to be smart like we were in Chicago the other day with having the lead and being able to control that lead. Tonight, we weren't able to do that because they hit a ton of shots. We turned it over, gave them a couple extra opportunities, and that was a big portion of the ball game. But you got to give Boston a hell of a ton of credit for the way they came out with those 7-8 guys and played their tails off.
We talked about the urgency of this team throughout the course of the season. Why do you feel like the urgency wasn't there for this last game of the season, or did you feel the urgency was there and it just didn't connect the way?
Yeah, I think we started off initially the right way. I think watching a couple of the shots go down, we turned it over a couple of times. We had a couple of opportunities we could have expanded the lead, and we turned it over on a couple of their breaks that, it goes from a 2-point swing to a 5-point swing, and we could have turned that up again. So, again, those runs were paused because we turned the basketball over, so it allowed them to get out and get the points back.
The third quarter, I think they made seven 3-points, maybe more than that. They struggled with their 3-point shooting throughout the first half. What seemed to click for them? Is it just about them just seeing the ball go through?
I think they saw the ball go through. I think they hit some tough, hellacious ones at the end of shot clock. I think that was a big key. We've got to continue to clean up our communication in pick and rolls and the way that they're setting flare screens. Our ability to get over and under and communicate the talk in those situations is very big for us. Again, I'll keep giving. They did a hell of a job tonight, with those guys that were on the floor. Again, we got to continue to, all we can do now is step forward and go to Philadelphia and make sure we take care of business.
Talk about kind of late game situations. You guys were able to fight back, tie the game, and then Garza hit that 3. What was the design, or what was the intention in the plays after Garza hit that 3, and the Franz had that 3, and then they took another quick 3?
Yeah, at the end of the day, Garza hits a tough one. He goes, you don't plan on that happening, but again, they had been making shots all night. They found a rhythm. He saw that one go through. He designed a play to get another 3. It doesn't happen. You don't get the shot down. You got to speed up the game a little bit. Our shots didn't happen to fall. We got a couple good looks, and they didn't drop.
I know you're still digesting this game, but what could you say about Philadelphia having to go there in the 7-8 playing?
Yeah, this is the opportunity right now, and that's all we can do. You can't control what happened in this game tonight. This one is done, and so you got to make sure you focus your time and attention and energy all on the Philadelphia 76ers right now.
You gave a lot of credit to Joe before the game. To be able to pull out the win with guys deep off your bench, players like that, what stood out about the way they played, the game plan, all of that?
Well, I told you, Joe's a hell of a coach. Joe does an amazing job, understanding exactly the time to change things up, mix it up. Those guys played hard as heck. Again, I go back to it. They made 19 threes, tough shots, and also the other side, we handed them 19, we turned it over 19 times for 23 points. If we can stop a couple of those turnovers, I think that changes the game. But again, Joe's done a hell of a job, with guys being in, guys being out, pushing these guys to the brink of what they're able to do. He did a hell of a job with that tonight.
Are there things you can learn from this game about them if you do end up something down the line?
Absolutely. You learn from everything. You would rather learn in a win than in a loss, but at the end of the day, we've got to make sure that we look at this film, understand what they do. The same sets are just being run now. There'll just be a different cast of characters that'll be running it, so we've got to make sure we're smart and how we do it and how we cover it and how we communicate to each other what's going on.
Is it disappointing that you have to travel now?
Pardon?
Is it disappointing that you now have to travel to Philadelphia on Wednesday?
Yeah, we get another day. I think that's a big portion of it, so guys can get rested, and it's not like we haven't been in Philly before to try to go get a game. And I look at it as opportunity for us to go out there and get something done. That's the big portion, and that's how we got to continue to see it.